right, so me and Manny are arguing about whether or not there's like enough iconic cards or if the right cards are iconic. So I'm here with Dennis, and he is the promoter and facilitator of Avery Shoebox Lansing Show, which is awesome. And he's going to tell us what he thinks should be a more iconic card than it even is.
1954 Topps Hank Aaron rookie. Grossly undervalued and underrated. No question.
Absolutely. I agree 150%. All right, so come check out the show in Michigan if you haven't. I know a lot of you stopped by today to tell us that you came to see us, and we're super excited, so let's keep that energy going.
Sweet, thanks.
All right, so let's see your card.
All right, so right here I have a 2003 Topps traded Miguel Cabrera refractor. This is his first refractor from Topps. It's his prospect card, and this one's a PSA 10, and it's graded. It's a Pop 4.
That's
so,
awesome.
I think this is such a cool card, and it should be an iconic card because Miggy was the last one to hit for the Triple Crown.
That's right. Detroit.
Go Miggy!
What are some players that should be iconic, that their cards should be iconic, but they're not? And I've gotten like Miggy and Shaq.
I'm going to go baseball on this one, and I'm going to go with probably two of the best shortstops that were playing at the same time. I'm going to go Ozzie Smith and Barry Larkin. That they don't get a lot of credit. They're not overrated. They were great. Both of them playing at the same time. It was a toss-up on who was going to win the All-Star nod. And most of the time it went to Ozzie, just because he had the better defensive glove over Barry.
That's awesome. My favorite thing about this that we've been doing is like just learning about people that I never would have thought of, or I found some cool cards that I never heard of before. Like I found out about the Elmo Holmes card that was printed, that there's only 6 of them in existence, and most people have never even heard of the card. That's cool. Thanks. What card do you think is underrated and should be iconic? Manny, his was the bow shoulders. I've gotten Miggy. I've gotten, these guys over here. We're talking about Shaq, Tim Duncan.
Undervalued. I'll go with a card just because we have 2 of them.
We're pumping cards right now.
Just
guys.
because we have 2 of them is the 2017 Prism Patrick Mahomes Bronze Stars.
Okay.
It was first off the line that year. First year, I think they did first off the line, and they only made 6 of them, but it's not numbered, and a lot of people don't really know the backstory on it. So because we have 2 of the 6, and most people don't know it's numbered to 6, that's got to be the one for me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Excellent. So Manny and I have been having a fight for weeks about iconic cards. And he says that a lot of the cards that are the most iconic are just iconic because they're very expensive. Who do you think is a player or a card that just does not get enough love in the hobby that should be more iconic? Manny's is like the bow shoulders card with the bat. Like that's
Yeah. Well, that's a tough one. I mean, for me personally, I want the Miguel Cabrera rookies, especially the Chrome rookie with the Marlins. I have a couple of those bow cards, and I thought about selling them, and then when you posted that, I'm like, I don't know if I want to sell them now, because they're iconic. There's so many. For me personally, anything K-Line, especially his rookie card, is like, how do you put a price tag on that, especially as a Tiger fan?
Excellent. I agree. Who do you think their cards are undervalued and they should be iconic?
Undervalued? I stick with the vintage guys. I'm a big Tim Duncan fan. I think his cards are very undervalued and underappreciated. So I think he is very low. Like, he's just really cheap. You can get his autos really cheap. He doesn't sign too much, so I think Tim Duncan is very undervalued.
All right, and what about you, sir?
I'll agree with that one. I think Tim Duncan was nail on the head right there because those big guys don't get enough love in the hobby, for sure. And there's a lot of money to be made off of them because they're iconic guys. I don't think Jordan rookies or anything like that's underrated. I think Jordan's exactly where he should be. Yeah, he was still mass production era, but that is the 86, 87 Flair Jordan is the card to have.
I had someone say his star rookie is actually underrated.
The star one? Are you talking about the?
Like, it could
really?
be a rookie. Like,
Yeah.
It's not like technically.
yeah, it's not technically.
Not
a rookie.
technically.
So they
it's
don't
kind of like
consider
the
it-
man, like
Yeah.
the 52 man compared to the 51 ball.
Yeah.
Right.
It's kind of like similar situation.
So people talk about that being underrated. You know who I think is underrated?
Oh,
Shaq.
Shaq. His
I
autos
could see
sell for
that.
like 150 to 200.
Yeah, his autos
on
are
basic
very
stuff.
cheap.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I could see Shaq. He was dominant.
You talk about big man for sure,
On top
Shaq.
of that, he's a celebrity now. Shaq did a fool.
Yeah.
Just,
I think that's why his cards are underrated. I think because he's still so super relevant and everybody sees him everywhere, he just doesn't seem like somebody who's like as collectible. And maybe someday when he retires, all of a sudden you're going to see a blow
Yeah,
up in his
he's all over TV. He's all over ESPN. You always see him. So.
shoes,
think about
clothes.
think about LeVar Ball. LeVar
Yeah.
Ball auto sells for like $400. I saw some guy have. I'd rather have a Shaq auto over a LeVar Ball any day. of the week.
100%.
I love Shaq. Let's go. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, appreciate it.